So about 3 months into my journey, I faced suicide for the first time. And it was an extremely difficult moment for me, but it also woke me up. And the reason I faced it was my identity was tied up in a whole bunch of things that could be stripped away. And they were. My marriage was falling apart. My kids didn't respect me. I no longer had a job or a title and all the things that came along with that. I didn't have income, and I had chosen not to have friends. I'd stopped calling my family, and I'd essentially gone into isolation. And I had an identity crisis. I didn't know who I was without all those things, despite what I thought previously. Some of you might remember I used to say, you are who you are when all of this is stripped away. That's when you'll know truly who you are, because I believed that I knew who I was. I was a proclaimed Christian, and I had witnessed miracles and God doing incredible things in my life. But I'd come, unbeknownst to me, to associate my faith with nothing but blessings. And I was not prepared for true trials and tribulations. And when it was all stripped away, it happened to me as I used to contemplate. I did not know who I was. I had identified myself with all of those things, and they were now gone. And I, for the first time, thought about deeply how I would go about taking my own life. And it scared the crap out of me. So much so that I made a video of it that night as I contemplated it and said, I can't believe I'm having these thoughts. I would end up having those thoughts 2 more times in this journey until I finally understood what it was for. And I'm so grateful for it, because in the end, I understand why I faced those, because I had an identity built on things of quicksand could be stripped away. And I needed to build an identity in God. I needed to have an identity of the eternal, something unshakable, something that would last. And from there, I could build a life. And I could, from there, be the man I wanted to be. Unfortunately, I still considered that outside of myself, not as something that already existed inside of me. And it took me time to find it. But one of the benefits I found from a trial like this is it's never meant for you. For those of you who have faced this, you will know that if you grew from it and learned from it, there will always be somebody in your life later that is facing the exact same thing, and you are perfectly equipped to help them. And I've experienced that. It no longer scares me. And when I meet somebody who's facing that, I can look them in the eye and speak truth to them. And I realize that is the benefit of these trials. They're never meant for us. They're always meant to grow, ultimately to give to another, because we're all one anyways. And so we're learning to give and receive love through our experience here, which is why I continue to say everything that happens is for our benefit.